up, folks? I am waiting for the coffee shop to open, so thought I'd make a video. I don't know if you noticed, but I got a new shirt, son. New shirt, and it's not black, and it's not gray. Well, there's some gray in it, but it's got some color in it. And I gotta tell you, I bought this last week on a Sunday. Wore it the rest of the day. Loved it. And then couldn't wait all week to put it on again, to wear it again. And I feel good. I think I feel good wearing color. Like, for me, the most color I've been wearing is like a navy blue polo to work, or a blue jeans, which I didn't wear for a long time. I didn't wear blue jeans for a long time. Gray pants is all I wore. Gray pants, black shirt, black t-shirt. So it feels good to wear some color. In fact, I feel so good wearing this shirt that I would buy another one, but I don't have no room. I don't have no place to put it. I bought two, button-down, Oxford-style shirts. One for my reunion, and I bought a red one because I thought I would go out and wear it one night, maybe on a date or something. I haven't worn it. I've never even put it on. But I imagine if I had put it on, I would have notice the feeling of what it feels like to actually wear some color. It's been weird that for years all I've only worn black, white, or gray. So buying this shirt, putting it on, wearing it, and feeling how good it feels to wear something that's not black, white, or gray after a couple years, after a few years. Several years. It feels good. I don't know, is that weird? Is that weird or not? So this fucking thing, $35, son. I didn't know this shit cost $35. But this is gonna allow me to plug in my Blue Yeti microphone. It's like the one thing I didn't get rid of when I moved out of my apartment in St. Louis in 2015 January, 2 years ago, damn near. I got rid of, for weeks I was just giving stuff away because I knew I had to live in here. The one thing I did not give up was my Blue Yeti microphone, because I thought I would be on another podcast. And I was on 2 podcasts since. And I wanted to be able to use my microphone and have good sound quality. And I thought maybe I'd start my own podcast, to tell you the truth. And I was on the verge of starting a podcast before. I'm glad I didn't, because it would have been the Primitive You podcast, and I would have got tired of trying to be Primitive Dave, and I would have quit. So right now I'm at a point where I want to... one of the things that stopped me from creating a podcast before was all the editing and the uploading and the hosting and blah blah blah, all that stuff where everybody says it's easy, piece of cake, but I just wasn't feeling it. I didn't want to do all that, go through that hassle. Apparently there's an app called Anchor that makes it super simple. Like, I can have like an internet radio show right? I can have an internet radio show. What's going on here? Oh my God, oneness. I can have an internet radio show, and then so I can record these shows on with the app. They'll be online, available for people to listen through the app. And then once I set up my profile, I can upload to iTunes and have a podcast. And that's pretty cool, yo. That's pretty simple. So what I did with this, looked online and saw how that I can use the equipment I have. Now I know I have a Blue Yeti. I know I can get some good quality sound out of it, and it'll be better. The sound on the phone isn't too bad, right? But I have this thing. I want to use it, and I want to get as professional as I can. So I want to be able to plug it in, record on my phone, and then hit the button and upload it to iTunes. So that's why I bought this. Harsh light. So I bought it. It's expensive. I was willing to spend the money to take that step. I still don't know. This is another secret to using your microphone is a USB hub with a power supply, so I can plug it in so it'll run my Blue Yeti. My Blue Yeti will have the voltage it needs, and it won't drain my phone. So I got those two pieces of equipment. Now I think I need like a microphone boom that I can connect to this rig over here, boom, and just be right here in my face. We will see. Apparently Walmart's has some. Broadcasting. So somebody's asking me yesterday, what was my point? Like, why did I want to do this? And I said, I want to build an audience, right? I felt like I was on the spot. I didn't know what to say. Like, I build an audience. I feel like, and I'm like, that's not the real reason, is it? Because I want to build an audience. She asked me all kinds of questions, just firing away and kind of confusing me. I was like, why do I want to do this? I said, I like to speak. You know, I guess she really caused me to reflect on why I wanted to do this. I would like exposure for my book, for books. As an author, I would like exposure to my books. I would like people to buy my books. Sue me if that's bad, right? I would like people to buy my books. I would like to get exposure. I would like to one day become a public speaker. That's why I want exposure for that too. I don't know if I have a message yet, but one day I want to get up on stage with a message and relay that to people. And the funny thing is later this person asked me if I would speak to somebody about nutrition and about overeating. And I was like, yeah. And she's like, I don't want it to be weird or anything. I go, no, you're giving me an opportunity to speak. You're giving me an opportunity to help someone based on my personal experiences and mistakes. And I said, to tell you the truth, that's what I want to do. That's all I'm trying to do. And so, like, you asked me earlier before what my point was, and I didn't want to say is to help people, but I guess that's what it is. I want to help people learn from my mistakes, and I want to Why do I want to do a podcast? To reach an audience. To prevent people from making the same mistakes I am making or have made. That sounds legit, I guess. Ultimately, I'd like to buy a 500-acre ranch in the mountains by my buddy's cabin. That's gonna take money, son. That means my books have to get some exposure. All right? Movie producers and shit have to read my books so that they can see that it's a good, fun story that would make a great movie. And then they give me a couple $1 million and I go buy the ranch. Right? Right? I don't know. I've always had the desire to be some type of public figure. And I've been doing YouTube videos, I've been writing blogs. I don't write blogs anymore, but I tried writing, being a blogger, and now I'm trying to be a YouTuber, and now I might as well try and be a podcaster. But I feel like I want to be some type of public figure. I want to get on stage, I want to speak to people, and I want people to say, thank you for being so honest, thank you for what you said, I really appreciate it. I want people to say, you've changed my life. I want to be an influence on people. The thing is, I'm not an expert at anything. So, what am I going to speak about? I don't know. But all I know is I can share my experiences and I can share my struggles, and that's what the point I was going to talk to you about, right? The struggle. My podcast, I'm thinking of calling it The Struggle. So I would say something like, this is David Soto Jr. I am David Soto Jr. and this is The Struggle. Right? I am David Soto Jr. and this is The Struggle. That sounds pretty good, I think. I'm David Soto Jr. and this is The Struggle. Episode 1. Of course, the other option is, this is the David Soto Jr. podcast. Episode number 1. Right? This is the David Soto Jr. podcast. So here's the thing. Here's what I'm weighing the David Soto Jr. podcast. It's just me. I can talk about whatever I want. And then I would, versus The Struggle, which I want to talk about my personal struggles, which is everything I talk about on my own if I just named it David Soto Jr. I also want to talk about my theory. Like, I'm building this theory on whether a struggle is a personal, like, journey that we all need to be on, right? Do we need to have a struggle? Does it, if we don't like the one we're on, should we change it? Like, are you ever satisfied when you reach a goal? Like, are you done achieving things? You're never done achieving things. You're always, now it can be a struggle, like, you know,